24th, 2021, shortly after sunset. It was bitter cold and the air felt heavy. And for all of the trolls, this is not snow, nor is it water droplets or rain. So Mr. Blaze and I were out in the carport. He turned on the work light, and we both immediately noticed the strange fog. This didn't appear to be natural. It looked almost like a swarm of tiny insects, the way that they all moved together around the light. Hive mind, or a eyeball interconnected. I'm familiar with smart dust, but I've never heard much about neural dust in smart fog. I'll put all links in the description box, so let's dive in. A network of tiny implantable sensors could function like an MRI inside the brain, recording data on nearby neurons and transmitting it back out. The small dust particles would all contain an extremely small CMOS sensor, capable of measuring electrical activity in nearby neurons. CMOS is a complementary metal oxide semiconductor light sensor, or image sensor. A piezoelectric material backing the CMOS, capable of generating electrical signals from ultrasound waves. The process would also work in reverse, allowing the dust to beam data back via high-frequency sound waves. The neural dust would be coated with polymer. Piezoelectricity is the electrical charge that accumulates in certain solid materials, such as crystals, certain ceramics, and biological matter, such as bone, DNA, and various proteins, in response to applied mechanical stress. The word piezoelectricity means electricity resulting from pressure and latent heat. It is derived from the Greek word piezein, which means to squeeze or press, and electron, which means amber, an ancient source of electrical charge. The piezoelectric effect results from the linear electromechanical interaction between the mechanical and electrical states in crystalline material, with no inversion symmetry. The piezoelectric effect is a reversible process. So, is it just pure coincidence that the new 5th generation technology utilizes millimeter waves, which is categorized as an extremely high frequency? I also found another paper that was published in 2016. It was called Nanotech for 5th generation, and it basically talks about 5th generation nanocore, which will control all nanotechnology, cloud computing, and all IP platforms. This next clip is crazy, but requires a little backstory for the full effect. I was trying to clear some space and came across a couple test clips I took before shooting the live video. Anyone having a hard time sleeping? I think I know why. So I recently purchased a tri-field meter after noticing some extensive work being done on the tower outside my complex. Well, the readings coming off that thing inside my apartment were absolutely insane. So I was setting up my camera so the viewers could read the meter during the live. You can clearly see I'm not wearing a black hoodie. Plus, I'm holding the meter, so I'm not in the background. If you look at the bottom right corner of the screen, you will see the reflection of what appears to look like a hooded figure walking by, and it appears to stop and look right before it darts off the screen. And you can also see a second reflection on the meter screen at the exact same time. Paranormal? You decide. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for these next few clips, I have since moved after purchasing a meter. Come on, babe. Genesis was quite literal. God spoke the world into existence. Unfortunately, most people don't understand cymatics. If they did, they wouldn't allow these devices anywhere near their homes. Water is a living crystalline structure that has memory. Your heart is not a pump. It stops the blood, converts it into a vortex, and sends the blood on a path to the rest of the body. God enters the body through the vortex, which is created in the heart. That's how spirit interfaces with matter always. Rudolf Steiner.
Guarda come si è contaminato per avvicinarsi a noi.
Dio per avvicinarsi a noi.
Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call
Some find it awfully suspicious that biochemist Kary Mullis, who invented the PCR test, died August 7th, 2019, of pneumonia at the age of 74. In 1993, he won the Nobel Prize in chemistry for his invention of the polymerase chain reaction, PCR method, for copying and amplifying DNA.
What is it? What is it with humanity that wants to go to all the details and stuff and listen? You know, these guys like Fauci get up there and start talking. You know, he doesn't know anything really about anything, and I'd say that to his face. Nothing. The man thinks you can take a blood sample and stick it in an electron microscope, and if it's got a virus in there, you'll know it. He doesn't understand electron microscopy, and he doesn't understand medicine, and he should not be in a position like he's in. Most of those guys up there on the top are just total administrative people, and they don't know anything about what's going on at the bottom. You know, those guys have got an agenda, which is not what we would like them to have, being that we pay for them to take care of our health in some way. They've got a personal kind of agenda. They make up their own rules as they go. They change them when they want to, and they smugly, like Tony Fauci, does not mind going on television in front of the people that pay his salary and lie directly into the camera. You can't expect the sheep to really respect the best and the brightest. They don't know the difference, really. I mean, I like humans. Don't get me wrong, but basically, the vast majority of them do not possess the ability to judge who is and who isn't a really good scientist. I mean, that's a problem. That's a main problem, actually, with science, I'd say, in this century, because science is being judged by people. Funding is being done by people who don't understand it. Okay, who do we trust? Fauci? Fauci doesn't know enough to, you know. If Fauci wants to get on television with somebody who knows a little bit about this stuff and debate him, he could easily do it, because he's been asked. I mean, I've had a lot of people, President of the University of South Carolina asked Fauci if he'd come down there and debate me on the stage in front of the student body, because I wanted somebody who was from the other side.
With backing from Billy Goat Gates, Pivotal Comware raises $50 million for 5 Giesel products. So the $50 million will help expand research, development, and distribution for its millimeter waves and network infrastructure products. Billy Goat Gates has been investing in Pivotal since 2017, not long after it was spun out from Intellectual Ventures. It's one of several Gates-backed ventures that make use of Metamaterials, an exotic breed of electronics that can channel signals without moving parts. Personally, I don't want a man who believes that the world is overpopulated and global warming to be controlling any devices outside of my house. Especially when you come to the realization Tesla was correct. Frequencies and vibrations are the key to the universe. And with my recent experience, I'm starting to wonder if they're also the key to the bottomless pit. Even more remarkable is when the actual Hebrew character is pronounced out loud, it will take on the shape of the character. Both Stan Tenen and Dr. Hans Jenny independently indicated this fact. Hans Jenny recorded the vocal expression of the letter on a plate of sand. The vibrations in the voice pronouncing the Hebrew letter caused the sand grains to take on the actual shape of the Hebrew character. The pi spiral describes the surface of the torus, the basic element of matter. Now, if we put the pi spiral inside a tetrahedron and then slowly revolve it around a pivot axis and shine a light from behind the pi spiral, all of the Hebrew characters will show up as the shadow on the inside face of the tetrahedron. Hence, the characters of the Hebrew alphabet are the projections of a golden mean spiral. In forms as early as 1936, the U.S. Senate declares 99% of the American people are deficient in minerals, and a marked deficiency in any one of the more important minerals actually results in disease. This is one of the most intelligent things that has ever come out of the U.S. Senate, and something that was beyond the scope of medical school. Here's some more food for thought. Minerals, frequencies of light. Minerals are one of the deep secrets of spiritual nutrition. Minerals are frequencies of light, frequencies of information, and frequencies of creation for the material world in the universe in which we live. The earth is made of minerals. Our body is made of minerals. Minerals activate all the catalysts for enzymes and enzymatic reactions in the body. They activate the vitamins. They activate all the organs and cellular structures of the body. Minerals are the builders of the system. Dr. Gabriel Cousens.